We are live once again. Once again, we are live. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. I want to thank y'all for y'all continued support. As you enter the live, go ahead up the chat. Let me know you in the building. As you enter the live, go ahead up the chat. Let me know you in the building. We got a few things to talk about today. We got a few things to talk about. I'm gonna give y'all some time to go ahead and get in this building. I'm gonna give y'all some time to go ahead and get in this building. As I said, I thank y'all for the continued support. Aaliyah in the building already. Appreciate you, Aaliyah. Thanks for your continued support. I hope that you get something out of today's conversation. I'm having a good day. I like to say every day for me above ground is a good day. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're having a good day, Leah, and I hope everybody else is having a good day also. Hope that you're having a good day, Leah. How your day been going so far? How has your day been going so far? Thank you. I appreciate that. She said, every live you do, I'm in the building. That's what's up, man. My day been good. Thankful. It's still hot, but I'm drinking my H2O. But as we know, the weather is going to change soon. But I still encourage y'all to make sure y'all stay hydrated. My drink of choice is that good H2O. You drink what you want, but for me, it's that H2O. Let me get a squid. Got that good H2O. Got to keep hydrated. It's still hot, right? But we're really on a downhill of the heat. But it is still hot, and we still have to be careful, because you can still get heat exhaustion, right? But like I said, my drink of choice is that H2O. I don't just drink it all day, but especially on my live when I'm laid back, I go ahead and drink that H2O. As you enter this live, go ahead, hit up the chat. Let me know you in the building. As you enter the building, as you enter this live, go ahead, hit up the chat. Let me know you in the building, man. I thank y'all for the continued support. What we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about a couple things. But one of the main things we're talking about is the MAGA woman who called the authorities to the Hyundai plant in Georgia. I don't know if y'all familiar with that story or not, but ICE raided the plant in Georgia. It's the Hyundai plant. It was a big raid. ICE ran up in there, raided, and they found some illegals. I think they said they took in custody like 475 people that they took in custody. The difference with this particular situation, is the plant is owned by Korea. Korea has invested millions of dollars. Billions of dollars to bring work over here. In those raids, out of the 475 individuals, over 300 of them were Korean. They call them nationals. So I don't know what kind of implications it is, but the woman thought she was doing something so big and bad. She was happy because they're on this thing to like lock up immigrants and Latinos and illegals and people that they think is not supposed to be here. In this particular situation, when she called ICE and they raided the plant, first of all, the plant lost a lot of money just dealing with that. Them plants don't shut down. So they had to shut down, and then they took like 475 people. I don't know the exact number, but it's around that. Just say 400 and something individuals that they took into custody. But 300 and something of those individuals are Korean nationals. And Korea, they are not happy about that because they felt like their plant should have been off limits. Here they are bringing jobs to the United States. Specifically, in that case, they brought jobs to the state of Georgia, what was the need to raid that? They're not in there committing crime. These people are in there working hard, trying to earn an honest living, and also creating jobs and money for the United States, number one, and also for the state of Georgia. So what good does she see, right? Instead of just being evil and seeing how many people she can hurt and how many families she can destroy, because she wasn't thinking about helping people. She called the authorities and they came to the plant and shut it down and took all these workers, right? So whoever these individuals were providing money for, whoever they was providing money for, that's a problem. But we're not looking at them as human. We don't look at, I'm not saying we, but we have gotten to the point in this country, right? And people always say Democrat and Republicans. Ain't no Republicans right now. MAGA done took over that whole party. The Republicans have bent over and allowed MAGA with the leader Trump to just take over and do what he want to do. So right now, it ain't even Democrats and Republicans. It's Democrats, then it's MAGA. Or you should say Trump and whatever he say or whatever he think. It's like people are not even thinking for themselves. And everybody want to worship Trump and do stuff to, I want to please Trump. I'm going to call ICE. ICE, come to the plant. There are a lot of illegals here. And that's what happened at this plant. But guess what? They took 400 and something people, right? 300 of them were Koreans. They are the people who provide these jobs here. I don't know if they sent them, why they sent them. Some people say that they were sent here to train, you know, whatever the reason is. Korea, and this is South Korea. We're not going to mix it up with North Korea. But South Korea is not happy about what is taking place. And it's sad because, you know, this is the party that say what they say about life. We're pro-life. We don't believe in abortion. We love people. That's the message that's being sent. But their actions. So I guess you could be born, but after you're born, the way they act or the way they treat people, they don't care nothing about you. Especially if you're a non-white. Especially if you're a non-white individual. So she thought she was doing something real big. I called the police on them and I'm getting all the Mexicans locked up. But she didn't realize there were a lot of South Korean, as they call nationals, who were there, right? There was a lot of South Koreans who got taken into custody. But according to South Korea, they said they supporting their people to the fullest, right? They're going to treat them and they're going to make sure or try to make sure that the United States treat them people with dignity and respect. So that's where we at with that. Also want to share, I don't know if y'all been paying attention to the news or not, but P. Diddy is back in the news. And this time it has nothing to do with the recent case. Have y'all heard? P. Diddy is back in the news once again. And I know y'all may be asking, what is it? Is it getting out? It has nothing to do with his current case, but his name has resurfaced in the TuPac situation. As we know, TuPac, there's an accused individual. The individual that's accused or connected with the murder of TuPac is arrested in Las Vegas. Yeah, he's in Las Vegas, right? And he used to do videos on Vlad TV and different podcasts. Well, he kind of incriminated himself with the interviews and talking about how they did the murder. They rode up next to the car, and it was his nephew who they claim was the actual trigger man. If y'all not familiar with the incident with the rapper TuPac, he was on the label of Death Row. Death Row Records CEO was Suge Knight, was a big individual that a lot of people feared. Well, Mike Tyson had a fight. It was at the Mike Tyson fight out in Las Vegas, and the whole Death Row squad. There was a whole bunch of them out there. This particular incident was caught on camera, where the individual either tried to snatch a chain off of TuPac's neck. Well, anyway, the whole Death Row beat him down that day. The thing about it, the individual who they beat down turned out to be a known gang member. This gang member allegedly was, his name, he was known to be Orlando. I'm gonna just say the first name. After that fight, that night is when TuPac got shot. TuPac, they rolled down the strip. A car came next to him and did what they did. TuPac went to the hospital. He ended up dying, I think, a couple of days later. But how did P. Diddy have anything to do with it? The people are saying, because it's been rumored, Diddy put a hit on him. You know, it's been all kind of rumors and stuff like that. But they saying either the guy that's in custody said that Diddy paid him in the past. He might have said it. The authorities are saying Diddy has never been a suspect in that case, but Diddy's name is resurfacing. It's like they got it out for Diddy, even during the cases, you know, during his case, right, with Cassie, and he was on. This is the same individual who was on the video beating up Cassie. Now that he did do is we recorded. He was kicking her in the hotel, but in addition to that, they had all these rumors. He was trafficking kids. So when you hear all this stuff on the internet, some people believe everything they hear. So at that time, people thought that he was really trafficking people. Kids, thought he was messing with kids, messing with men. They said during the trial, none of that was true, or none of that was proven to be true. But what he did, he was abused, and that's why he got acquitted of the RICO and all the main charges. The only thing he was convicted of was transporting sex workers. But how his name is coming back up, they trying to connect him with the TuPac hit. But the thing about it, as I mentioned when I started talking about this part of the story, is that they had a fight at the casino that day. Diddy wasn't there, right? Nobody knew they was going to have a fight. They jumped on the dude. They beat him down. That particular guy that they beat down was a gang member. And they saying he the one, he went and got his uncle, and they had a little carload, and they rode past, and they did it. You know, but it's so crazy that they want to bring Diddy down so bad. They want to implement him in so much. We all seen a video. Yeah, we saw the video. He did that. Oh, you talking about that Orlando? Yeah. So you do know about that. That was Orlando. Right. He was a gang member. And he went and got it, told his uncle about what happened when Death Row jumped on him. And they got a carload, and they the one rode next to them. Diddy is not connected to that. They did it that night, but you know, they're trying so hard to connect Diddy with anything for whatever reason. But when his uncle was doing the interviews, because his uncle, Orlando's uncle, was on Vlad TV doing interviews. I shouldn't even have said that name, but he was on a podcast. Let me just say this from here on out. He was on a podcast doing an interview. In the podcast, he said, yeah, we got in the car and we all rode. I think he said it was 4 people, and they rode next to TuPac and Tupac Shakur and Suge Knight's car. And that's when they hit him up. But the internet don't never stop. People talk about, did he had $1 million check? I seen the check. There was a lot of people talking about the check. If he had a check, that's a paper trail. That would be easy to follow. But I seen the check. So for the people that think that Diddy's connected, I don't see that as being true. It ain't valid because that check, even if you send it to this person and send it to that, that's a paper trail. All you got to do is follow the money. He said Pac got too cocky. Real G's don't care about fame. Yeah, we all make mistakes, and he might have made mistakes, and he was, he was kicking and all that, But other people was fighting too, but they came with Pac, as Pac ran up, yeah, because the crew was going to handle him anyway. But Pac, like he said, he feels like Pac was being too cocky. But you got to realize they all out there together. Somebody ran up on him and tried to snatch his chain. So his response was the fight, I guess. So you got to look at it, on that level. But I just want to say that it would be hard for me to believe that Diddy wrote the check for that. How did he know that was going to happen? Show the receipts, right? But we love to do this on social media. People take stories and run with it, and they'll say this or they'll say that. And that's a fact. He said he thought he was untouchable. He might have, and like you said, nobody's untouchable. Nobody's untouchable. Even these big mafia, organized crime figures get caught up. They slip up. So, I mean, I done seen, I watched a lot of these stories, these documentaries, about different hitmen. These hitmen, a lot of them get hit up. So as you said, ain't nobody untouchable. Even Sammy the Bull had to go in hiding. And he didn't lay, if anybody familiar with Sammy the Bull, that's John Gotti's hitman, or he was John Gotti's hitman. He had to go on the run once he started cooperating with the feds. So yeah, you said ain't nobody untouchable. Yeah, that's the thing. So NSR 85, how do you feel about the woman calling ICE to raid the plant in Georgia? What's your thoughts about that? After she did that, and after they did the raids, like 300 and something of those, I guess you can call them illegals because they weren't documented. They took in 300 and something South Koreans. And South Korea is really not happy about that, because you got to look at this. This is a business. They bring these companies here basically to help the United States make money. They making money too, but it's money for the United States. And whatever state that is, like for example, that was Georgia. That's billions of dollars that's flowing throughout the United States. But for whatever reason, she felt cocky. He laughing. Officer laughing. I said a few things. I don't know which part of the story you laughing at, but they raided. You might be laughing about the raids, but them raids led to over 300 and something South Koreans who were illegal. But they saying they sent them over here, right, to help with the training for whatever they was doing. They were over here, right? But I think when she called, she was just hoping or that they would just be targeting Latinos. But this particular situation is going worldwide, because now you didn't attack South Koreans, and South Korea bring a lot of jobs. You're talking about the Hyundai plants, you're talking about Kia plants, and then you're talking about parts. They making parts for, different vehicles. So you got to be careful when you playing with the money. And I know MAGA feel real happy right now. Yeah, we getting rid of the Latinos. Remember this, the Latinos are the reason why Trump won. Because it wasn't no just blowout. I think Trump had 77 million votes and she had like 75. It was like a 2 million difference. And now you targeting the people that voted for you. You will lose those votes come 2026. You will lose those votes come 2028, right? Because you lied to them. Y'all went to the Latino community and promised them that you would not be going after Latinos. We will only go after the criminal Latinos. We ain't gonna make y'all good. Your grandma and them, they're good. Your families, we're not gonna break up family. We're only going after the criminals. See, he lied to them to get their vote. Ethan said, what we talking about is a couple things. I'm talking about the MAGA woman who called ICE, the federal agents, to raid the plant in Georgia. Are you up on that story? Read somebody, NASA 85, read his comment. He said, if you're not working and illegal, sorry, but got to go. Otherwise, if you're working and contributing to society, I feel for you. And I wish you do your part to get legal and be a part of our country. This is another thing too, right? Don said, get them going. Y'all y'all don't show no compassion, right? What I'm hearing, I mean, is it illegal? Isn't it illegal to illegal migrate? Yeah. Listen, man, y'all are some, I'm gonna say, not sympathetic, right? Kind of, it seemed like some of y'all be spewing hate because that's what, you know, Trump does. He spew hate and get you to not like this person. Don't like the Latinos. Don't like the blacks. Because that's the target right now. And every example where a black person does something, he will focus on that to get y'all to be like, yeah, blacks are bad people. He will not put out one thing that a white person does. We got white supremacists in this country, and he supports them. That's why he pardoned 1,600 of them when they bum rushed. They did an insurrection of the country. When you break the law, consequences, right? They get caught, get them gone. But now I don't know about you. Some of y'all worshiping a president who broke the law and got convicted. The president that y'all support right now is a convicted 34 count convicted felon. So don't talk about law on one hand, but you support him. And then he went and pardoned 1,600 insurrectionists, white racists, neo-Nazis, Klan members. But y'all don't hate that and said no hate. Okay, Ethan said there's no hate. My wife's Latino, my kids, but I think without law and order, well, Trump is the president of the United States, don't obey law and order. He think he is law and order, right? There's 3 branches of government, and we all know this. The presidential, which is Trump, the Congress, and the court system, judiciary. He trying to take over all that. Is his way or the highway. Trump has gone against Congress. He has threatened other Republicans. If you don't vote my way, you will suffer the consequences. So he running the country. Trump is what's best for America. Hey, that's a lie from the pits of hell, man. I knew I was going to catch one of y'all coming here. He's a racist piece of trash. How do you say that Trump is the best thing for America when he dividing? He divisive. You can't even think for yourself under Trump, because if you okay, good. Shadow Man said Trump rules. More power, because you showed me where you identify with and you support how he treat minorities, any non-white. We San Diego's been saying it for years. Now it's the front door. Listen, man, go ahead, and if y'all enjoy all that he's doing, right? If y'all really enjoy all that he's doing, don't say nothing when it hits your front door, because it's going to hit your front door, because he's not stopping with Latinos. He's not stopping with black people. If you're not rich in this country, this is what y'all need to understand, because y'all think for some reason, oh, he's white and he's a racist, so he's going to support us. He don't care nothing about you, man. And that's the sad reality that's really going to shock y'all. That's why he ain't done nothing for y'all since he been in office. He said, again, not a Trump supporter, but I see the left doing a good job at dividing people. The biggest divisive thing is the right, man, right? Because it got you hating people. Me, I can stand here today. I'm not right or left, but I don't hate no LGBTQ. But he put in your mind, Ethan, to hate people. I don't care whether they're gay, black, white, or whatever. I don't think like that. With Trump, he does. He teach you to hate Democrats. That's divisive, man. Tell me what kind of love or what kind of thing good that he's really doing, except encouraging some of y'all to be racist, because that's what he does. That's the highlight of Trump. He let y'all be comfortable, be racist, because we're gonna make America white again. Not great, because we see it's crumbling. He got all the white people in order because he thought they was gonna do something good, and the country is failing. That's why Russia, China, and India, they're getting together, right? America is going to be left behind, I mean, because y'all think he's doing something so good, y'all going to allow racism, hatred, wickedness. It's all in your heart, because that's all y'all know. 63 billion being sent back to Mexico and remittance while paying no taxes here. Listen, man, stop with these white racist punchlines, these lies from Fox News. If you didn't know, Fox News is the fake news. The lawsuit, I want you to research it, Don, because you want to regurgitate some of the stuff that they say, man. That's the fake news, man. They have been sued for like 800 million. They lost. They got to pay that. Why? Because of fake news. They are the worst fake news. And a lot of news, you know, is one-sided, but they had to pay the most. So don't regurgitate nothing Fox News or even conservative radio say, because that don't work here on Mark B's perspective. We're not going for that. But what I'm saying is, this is supposed to be a country, and then y'all claim to be a Christian society, right? Trump ain't got none of the ways of Jesus. Love your neighbor, feed the hungry. Y'all go that's complete opposite. So don't come on here as if y'all righteous and y'all wicked to the core, man. And it's going to be the downfall, because y'all think it's benefiting y'all. I'm white. He not going to mess with us. He going to mess with every last one of y'all. He just do divide and conquer one at a time. That's why he going after attorneys. He going after the education system. If he was so good, why would he have to do that? He go to the tennis place and he tell them, don't show them booing me. How do you know they're gonna boo you? You know they're gonna boo you because of the wicked stuff you doing. Wicked to the core. He said Trump's a clown, but let's get down to it. You know we can't let everyone and their mothers in here without background checks and give them more social safety. You on point. Freedom is free for Americans, not everyone. Clap him up. He spoke the truth. Everybody, I wish I knew how to highlight his comment, because I sure would. That was some good stuff. NSR 85. That was some good stuff. Okay, Moses Mercer said, wasn't the left promoting wicked? No, that's something what Trump does, man. And this ain't about left and right, because that's all out the door right now. It's about billionaire buddies. And I don't think you're a part of the billionaire community, Moses, are you? So it's the billionaire community, and then it's the Americans. That's all Trump care about. He will make an executive order to help billionaires, but have not made one executive order to help you. It ain't about left and right. Y'all be caught up with left and right. Trump got a plan. Trump is in the White House making money. He done made billions. And he got y'all here worshiping him. Trump don't care nothing about you, man. I'm going to bring you the unadulterated truth, the rude awakening that you don't want to hear, because you swear Trump care about you. So he goes to the tennis match and he try to tell the networks, don't show me being booed. My question to President Trump, how do you know they're going to boo you? because you know the wicked stuff that you're doing. Now, some of y'all, he got food and he's the greatest. But those with common sense can just look and see the devastation that this and the divisiveness that this president is doing. But some of y'all can't see because if Trump don't say it, y'all don't believe it, man. Right? He got y'all drinking the juice. Y'all so blind, y'all can't see. Girth. Every politician's ripping us off. The Jews are the real problem. Hey, but we don't want to say that because that's what happened in Germany now. I understand what you're saying, but if we put focus on the Jews, then they become targets. We don't want nobody to become targets, Girth. But I know exactly what you're saying, but we gotta be careful with that, man. We don't want nobody to be a target, and we don't want anybody to attack anybody. Don said it's not even about Trump. Let's have the conversation without being Trump triggered. It's not even about being Trump triggered. You cannot have a real conversation right now without including Trump, because Trump is the one y'all worship and Trump is the one y'all bow down to. Some of y'all don't, not all of y'all. We got some great minds amongst y'all community, but some of y'all cannot think for yourself. If Trump say something today and change tomorrow, that's what y'all gonna do. They taught us that about Hitler for a reason. Now we can't say, oh, about Israel. Yeah, listen, that's a problem right there too, because Israel is killing innocent babies. But guess where they're getting these weapons from? Israel ain't manufacturing none of these weapons. They're getting their weapons and a lot of their support from the United States. So as go Israel, as go the United States. So we can't talk about Israel without, holding America accountable as well, because America actually gives them the green light. We might be in public saying, don't do it, but America gives them the green light. Don Cato said, absolutely not. Okay. We paid them so much money. Yeah, we get them a lot of money, but right now what they doing, I think it would be fair, speaking of the Israel-Gaza thing, if they would create 2 states. Now, some countries have been asking for this, Girth, for a long time. Create 2 states, because to have Israel over Palestinians that they don't like one another. Palestinians feel like they took the land from them. So it's going to forever be a back and forth. So to create two states, it probably won't end the problem, right? But it will slow it down. Now y'all got your land, but they still gonna feel some type of way, because they're gonna feel like, well, give us our land back. They feel like they took the land. It says Girth said the amount of money we give to Israel could stop homelessness in our country. That's a good point, Girth. I know you didn't just say Israel isn't manufacturing weapons. Come on now. Listen, man. The amount of weapons that they're using right now. So y'all take stuff out of context. Israel getting weapons from the United States. So I'm not saying that they don't manufacture. Y'all are trying to take something and run with it. They don't have enough weapons on their own to fight these countries. They're getting weapons and funding from the United States. I know you know that though, right? It said Trump is not the arbiter of values. We all know this. Yeah. I think we all, listen, I think we can all agree on this, y'all. We need work. There's work that needs to be done. Even in some of our black cities, we need work done. But to put the military, what, they gonna fight against each other in these cities? I think we need to amp up these services. And yeah, some nonprofits that are not doing what they're supposed to do. It's some scammers in the world that's not doing what they're supposed to do. But I think to militarize these cities, right, is not the answer. It's not the answer. If you go there and militarize a city, let's say we do this for 10 years and we stop all the crime, they eventually gonna have to go back to doing other stuff, other military stuff, other assignments. And once they go back, it'll eventually get bad again. I think the real answer is dealing with human being, dealing with issues, dealing with poverty. There's a number of things that needs to be dealt with. I'll vote for you 100. Yo, I'm not running for nothing. I don't want them problems. I think we just all got to do better. We all got to do better, right? My problem is not white people. I'm not white people problem. I don't sit up in the bed thinking how I'm gonna plot against white people, but I want respect for my people. I do want that. I want love for my people. I want righteousness, equality for my people. Yeah. But us, all this divine conquer, we got to do better amongst ourselves. And even within my own community, I'm gonna look at us, how we doing. Some of us is acting a fool, man. Even in the Black community, some of us acting a fool, and we need to get our act together, right? We need to get all that crime and all that. And I understand that because I did that. I ran the streets. I did, hustling and doing this and went to prison more than one time. So I understand that. But I'm saying, as a teenager, I'm out there wilding. The Jews. Hey, that Girth, I'm with you, man. But this is too deep. That right there is too deep for this one right now. Because we don't want people to misinterpret that. They're going to try to misinterpret what you're saying. Girth said, there, I said it. But Girth, we love all people, man. Jews, LGBTQ, Black people, white people, everybody, all immigrants, even Asians, all people, man. And once we do that, treat people right, that don't mean everybody gonna treat us right either. So don't think because you treat everybody, listen, the Dutch, everybody, we love all people, man. All people. Somebody said they gonna say everyone except the Dutch. No, everybody, man. Because guess what? We all human beings. We all have feelings, but sometimes we get caught up, with the wrong thing, and it make us be against this person or against that person. But I want us to know, man, America cannot survive. We'll be all right, but we won't survive the same way alone, right? We getting rid of allies. One of our greatest allies, Canada. We kind of messed that relationship up. Well, you said even Canadians, most definite. That was one of our biggest allies. If somebody was sneaking up on us and Canada knew about it, they had to go through Canada first. That's how strong that bond was. But I don't know how it is right now, man. He skipped over my last comment. What'd you say, Don? Don, what did you say? He said he skipped over my last comment. Make me see it. Tell me, write it again. Tell me what you're saying. Don Cato, tell me what you're saying so I can address it. I ain't got no problem with addressing it now. You ain't said nothing slick. So, Don Cato, what you talking about, man? Said you could. He skipped over my comment. Say it again then. So basically, man, it's about this, man. We all people, we all breathe and we all bleed. We all lie, we all love, we all together in this. That kind of summed it up, man. That kind of summed it up for us as a people, man. And let's not try to paint a particular people as bad, right? Because it's bad and good, like he was saying, in all of us. It's bad and good. Just try to be on the side of bad. At least more often in your own life, try to be on the side of good. Try to be on the side of good more often in your own life. That's what it's about, man. But what I try to do, I try to just keep my eyes open and be aware. Because don't be out here and be a fool, man. Get caught out in the wrong places, because there are people that hate other people for whatever reason that is. They got a slew of shows, man, that show serial killers or different people that just kill, or just want to hurt people. So there are people that have intentions on hurting other people. There are human beings that have intentions on hurting other people, man. So you love everybody, it's all good, but I ask that you be aware, pay attention to your surroundings. Pay very close attention to your surroundings. Man, I thank y'all, man. Y'all giving up some good information. Y'all giving it up today. But my thing is, as I mentioned about the lady who called the authorities on that plant, that wasn't a good look. Now it's almost 400 and something people in custody. Each one of them individuals probably got a family. So they just was so happy. I called ICE. We got to get that out of our head, man. Because the people that you locked up, they could be your frenemy, they could be friends, they could have been enemy. I don't know. I don't know them individuals. But I'm not going to sit back and say, ICE, come get these people. I don't know these people. I don't have no problem with them. These people are working. They're not out here. There's already enough people out here trying to do the wrong. So I'm trying to maneuver from around the people that's doing wrong. It said the elite wants to paint a picture of black versus white, gay versus straight, left versus right. Anything to keep us divided and arguing so they can run amok behind closed doors. That's another comment that need to be captioned, man. Because they got us all, they fighting, but they got the bigger picture. And I hate bringing Trump back up. Since Trump been in office, man, he'd have made billions since he's been in office. And some of us is still struggling. But President Trump, since he's been in office, has made billions. He got the coin, the Trump coin, proof positive. They not just coming to work. It's fields, to work in fields, debunked. Hold on. Don said, proof positive. They not just coming to work in fields, debunked. Give it to me again. I ain't really understand that. Help me out again. Give it to me again, Don. You said proof positive. They not just coming to work in fields, debunked. Okay, but you looking at them like they're your enemy. You talking about Latinos? Because when they just raided this plant here, there was 300 out of the 400 and something people, 300 and something of them were South Koreans. And now we got to realize, right? South Korea they invested billions to bring these plants over here, right? So the MAGA lady thought that she was going to just hurt all Latinos. But the reality is, right, she hurt some of these South Koreans. It said, bring it back to Pac. We getting too philosophical up in here. Okay. Yeah, you right. Appreciate that. Yeah, for those who don't know TuPac, man, he was a famous rapper. Some people considered Pac to be political. His music was like positive and spoke about the struggle. He was one of them ones. He made the song Dear Mama, which some people love that song because a lot of, especially black males, everybody got a good relationship with their mom or had some struggles with their mom and then appreciated their mom later on. So even in the song that TuPac made, Dear Mama, that was a good song. Thank you for getting me back on track. But as we know, he was gunned down after leaving the Mike Tyson fights. Yo, he dropped it. Yeah, that's what he said. He used a number, the fours. Yeah, he said my four foes. Make sure all your kids don't grow. That's when he did Biggie on that song. So that Pac was on the West Coast, even though originally he was born and raised on the East Coast. I don't know if people knew that or not, but Pac was representing the West Coast and Biggie was representing the East Coast. And Jay said, "Dear Mama" is forever a hit. Yeah, a lot of times I hear it when it catches me off guard. I gotta fight a tear, because it bring me back. Oh, you're gonna say, but I like Biggie though, man. And you're gonna say best diss track of all time. Some people do consider that the best diss track of all time, but it's running neck and neck with Ice Cube because Ice Cube made No Vaseline, when he went at the whole NWA. So some people say is that Pac hit him up. Some people say it's no Vaseline, hands down. So that's debatable. That's debatable. But man, I appreciate all y'all in the chat, man. I appreciate y'all. Like I told, somebody I was mentioning, I was coming on every day. Now, I'm a slack it. I might just do like on a Tuesday or Saturday. It ain't even edged in stone. I don't know, but I might do one weekday and one weekend. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Oh yeah, the ether. Yeah. The ether laid Jay-Z down. Jay-Z tried to come at Nas. That's a whole nother story. But see, people were proud of Nas because Nas wasn't really coming at nobody. And when Jay-Z came at him, man, when Nas came back on Jay-Z with that ether, man, people was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's another one that's on the top two, that ether. So you got that top three. The TuPac hit him up. Ice Cube, no Vaseline, and then that Nas ether. All y'all on point. All of y'all are on point. Man, I thank y'all, man, for the I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if you have not done it. Also, like the video. Make sure you show love to the video, man. Like the video, because I'm gonna come pour my heart out. I try to speak the truth, man. I wish the country the best. I wish y'all the best in your personal life. We don't want, and I don't want any illegals to get locked up. You know what I'm saying? Some of them have got locked up that have been working on their citizenship. So my thing is, man, treat people right, be fair to people, give people an opportunity. That's my thing. For my prisoners, those in prison, man, get your mind right. So when you come home, you'll be a better individual and you ain't got to worry about going back. So even those in prison, man, my prayers are with y'all. But don't come out here with that foolishness. For that, you might as well just stay in there because they're going to get you. So get your mind right while you inside, right? Get focused. Deal with yourself as a man or as a woman. Come out here a better individual than when you went in. People out here, somebody said real love, hashtag most definite. That's what it's about. Man, I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm glad y'all shared them songs. That was on point. On point. That was on point. But I thank y'all and I appreciate y'all. Anybody got any last thoughts or closing comments before I wrap this up? Does anybody got any last thoughts or comments before I wrap this up? I want to thank y'all again for the continued support. Make sure you like this video. I'll probably be back on Saturday. I think I'm going to come back on Saturday, man. But thanks again, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe out there, man. Until next time, y'all be safe. Peace.